match the physicality? Can they get on the board, Dave? Can Santa Clara continue to do that, by the way, and start to cut down on some of their turnovers? 11 turnovers in the first half.
I agree with you. It's not often that a team would go 1 of 12 from three-point range, and we would semi-ignore that. I mean, Gonzaga didn't make outside shots. That was not the biggest issue in the first half for the Zags. Santa Clara ball as we start the second half. Ball got knocked down. They'll call a foul against Watson.
That's just his first personal foul. Grant Mike had 3 personal fouls in the first half. He had 4 points and only 1 rebound. And he's a guy that we featured off the top of this contest because in the last 4 games he was averaging more than 20 points per contest.
Tilly against Ike, who's got those 3 fouls. Maybe not a bad idea to try to go after him early, but Ike just held his ground. Tilly, fade away, good.
The length of Santa Clara is difficult to prepare for. They have multiple 7-foot players. There's very few teams in the country that have the length that Santa Clara has on the interior.
Possession of the second half for Gonzaga. Ike. Watson offensive rebound and the putback spins in.
Anton Watson continues to be the guy.
Carrying this team.
Somebody else has got to join him though tonight. Good pass.
Really good. Until I think he could have gone a little quicker. Instead he took his time and missed it. Almost a travel. Tilly got fouled by Ike. Wow, so that's doubly bad for Gonzaga. It's a turnover, and then Ike trying to get the loose ball. Pushed Tilly to the floor, and that's his 4th personal foul. Less than 2 minutes into the second half, he's got to go right back to the bench.
And then what does that do? It allows that size of Santa Clara to be a little bit more aggressive. Huff is a good player, but he's not as tough and as physical underneath on the rebounding wars that might come up throughout the course of this game.
Well, Ike not in there right away. Napper attacks, hits the basket, plus a foul, chance for a 3-point play.
Just great composure. And find that seam and then just go up.
And not that Graham Ike's like a big rim protector. He's not a great shot blocker, but just a physical presence on both ends of the floor that now the Zags are going to be missing.
Napper's got such good quickness, and he's always looking to attack off the perimeter and just got into Nembhard's body.
Clara's up that lead, back to 9.
I just get the ball out of Anton Watson's hands. I'm not letting him play back to the basket basketball here.
Yeah, they did let him do that. One-on-one, essentially no help came, and he scored again.
Why not bring help right now and try to see if anybody else from Gonzaga can consistently make a shot?
I'm going to call, I think they said Napper was out of bounds. Stepped on the out-of-bounds line. I mean, I'm with you. If you're Santa Clara, just make somebody else prove that they can score.
Well, and it's also where Anton Watson catches the ball. If he's flattened out and he gets the ball in the position he's in right now, you go double. Okay, maybe not right now. Now that he puts it on, you've got to go. And force somebody else to consistently knock down a shot, something that they have not done the entire evening.
They haven't done it. Nolan Hickman missed the 3. Carlos Marshall has been a little wild tonight. Tilly trying to post up. O'Neal over Watson. Too strong. Stromer grabs a defensive board. Nembhard on the attack. He draws a foul. I think they called that a shooting foul.
They did.
Ryan Nembhard's definitely a guy who could help Anton Watson. He's had his moments tonight. 9 shooting. Makes the first free throw. We got wall-to-wall college hoops on Saturday right here on ESPN. The first 3 games, Syracuse, Carolina in the ACC, SEC, Kentucky, Texas A&M, and then another SEC matchup. Todd Golden, old USF coach in Florida from the West Coast Conference, now in Gainesville, hosting Arkansas. Both free throws good. The lead back down to 5.
I mean, all the positive things for Santa Clara, and the lead is 5.
Yeah.
Like, it just feels like if Gonzaga can just get a couple of stops sustained, somebody else besides Anton Watson, make another three-point shot, take some energy, and all of a sudden flip the script, you start to apply the pressure to the home team, right? Like, right now, the pressure's on Gonzaga. They're on the road. Santa Clara's playing with good energy. The fans have good energy.
I mean, look, the college players obsess about this kind of stuff. They don't. However,
oh, wow.
Extra pass, corner 3, good! Nice ball movement.
Yeah, but it's poor defense up top. Lunging, reaching, getting yourself out of position. Good ball movement beats bad defense that time.
Now Watson. What would Gonzaga be without Anton Watson tonight?
He might need to go for more than just his career high against UCLA.
Down Santa Clara keeps it.
And just watch the lunge and the reach out top. And now you're vacating spots. Nembhard just made himself a non-factor. Watson's got to defend too. No chance you can do it.
What was anybody doing on that possession?
From Santa Clara perspective, they were saying, hey, we're going to get a wide open shot just like they did right there.
Yeah, wide open for the corner. Another 3 for Tyree Bryant.
Mark Hughes called timeout because Dusty Stromer had no idea where his man was. The young freshman out on the floor, and he's watching the ball and has no awareness of where his guy is. And what was a 5-point lead, all of a sudden now you look up and you're like, hey guys, we're almost down by 10.
Lives.
Well, last week, I built a flood hospital. I put out a forest fire.
For you, Coach Green, back in studio for the family. Dusty Stromer here on the weak side. He's going to get caught. It's not even really a screen on the weak side of the ball. And again, he doesn't know where his guy is. He thinks he's up a little bit. By the time the ball gets passed, he doesn't even get a hand up in time, and it's a wide open three-point shot. Back-to-back possession. Good execution by Santa Clara, but really poor defense by the Gonzaga Bulldogs.
Now the Broncos fans can sense this has a chance to be the night when that 26-game losing streak head-to-head against the Zags comes to an end. And Mark Few's team, the point I was making, Sean, you said pressure on the Zags. Are they obsessing over? No. But I guarantee you, all these Gonzaga players know their team has been in the top 25 for years and years and years consecutively. If they lose this game tonight, that streak's probably coming to an end. And in a way, it's the bigger picture pressure of the expectation level of this Gonzaga program. Hickman, tough shot, Huff there for the putback.
Good putback, good offensive rebound by Huff. Not a lot of offensive rebounds in this game for Gonzaga.
Huff's giving him some nice minutes off the bench. A couple big baskets. And Gregory checked in for Stromer. Good defense by Hickman. They call a foul. Dropped his hand down on the arm of the shooter, and that'll take us to a timeout. 51-44 here in Santa Clara. Second half, back right after this.
Ready for the
Leagues.
How dominant is this Gonzaga program been? Well, we know they've played in 2 national championship games. They've been to the Sweet 16 so many times. Under Mark Few in conference play, 335-34. Just amazing how great they've been in the WCC. With, by the way, a lot of good teams along the way in this conference. 21 tournament titles, more than everybody else combined by far. Average point differential, biggest of any team in any conference in the country, not close.
Tonight, though,
it's a different story tonight, and it might be a different story this year. Every program is allowed to have a down year. 143 straight weeks in the AP poll, the longest active streak of anybody, and again, that one's not close. But Markview's team, you and I both would think that if they lose this game tonight, that streak come Monday is going to come to an end.
Yeah. But all that being said, and you can look at the numbers and the rebounding differential and the points differential from the three-point line and all the things that have gone right for Santa Clara. Santa Clara has not given themselves a wide margin to exhale and breathe for the final 15 minutes of this game. I mean, it is one run away from Gonzaga taking the lead of this contest.
1 of 2 for Bretton Napper.
Speaking of it down here, UCLA just lost by 46 points to Utah.
Wow. Crisis time in Westwood.
Worst loss in program history was 48, and that was to Stanford.
All right, Nemhard, no good. Rocco's looking to run.
Yeah, they've done a better job of not turning the ball over here to start the second half.
Ryan on the attack. No
good. Off balance.
Yeah.
His shoulders weren't square. He was drifting across the paint.
Anton Watson, 23 points, 10 of 11, making 11 of 12, and a chance for a three-point play.
I will continue to say they need to double team Anton Watson. If he's playing bully ball, wait till he puts the ball on the floor for the first time. If he catches the ball as low as he did right there, you've got to bring a double team and allow your defense to try to get the ball out of his hands. Because when it's in his hands tonight, he is the one guy on the floor that can't miss for Gonzaga.
He's got 25. The rest of the Zags combined, now he's got 26 at 21. And it made 9 shots. He's made 11 all by himself.
5-point lead. It's 2 stops.
See if they can get one of them here. Ball, wild dribble behind the back. They got one, and they got the breakout for Nemhard, who lays it in. Lead is down to 3. Three-pointer, too strong, long rebound, wide open, Benjamin 3, short, and Ben Gregg grabs the rebound. 2 wide open looks, and now, unbelievably, the Zags could tie. No whistle, shot good.
And all of a sudden, the gym gets a little quieter. The pressure starts to shift a little bit to Santa Clara here. Let's see how they respond. I said it was just one quick run, and that's really what it's been. I mean, 2 possessions, 2 stops, and boom, you're right back in the game.
Ball had it chopped away from behind and then lost it out of bounds. They're going to call a foul. One official was saying Gonzaga ball. The other official from behind said foul. I think it was a foul.
There's a slap from behind by Nolan Hickman. Correct call. Well, Santa Clara, this is a big possession for them. They've been in control of this game for a majority of the night.
Tilly against Gregg, elevates, no good, off rebound.
And it starts with just being a little bit better on the defensive glass, too.
Watson missed a 3. Great pass, Tilly dunks it home.
That was outstanding movement and a beautiful cut by Tilly right down the middle of the paint.
Nick Ensminger, who got the assist there, he's given Herb Sendek some good minutes off the bench. Tough scores.
Good touch. Just feel where the defense is, spin off and give yourself an angle.
Ball, good. Difficult shot, and it went down. Adala off the ball. The Arizona transfer. Back and forth we go. Huff's got the little guy on him, so now he wants to clear out. Spinning his way closer to the basket. Good job by him. They'll call a foul on the floor. No basket.
Yeah, got the switch. What I like about that play more than anything is the fact that Huff recognized that he had the switch and literally told everybody, get out of my way, I'm going here. They need somebody else to be assertive on the floor right now besides Anton Watson. Huff feeling it a little bit after scoring that previous possession down.
Yeah, he's got 9 points. It hasn't been perfect. He's had some missed assignments on defense, hasn't boxed out a couple times, but he's doing some good things for Gonzaga out there. Nemhard, nice dish to Huff. Basket and a foul.
I like the emotion of the game, right? You're on the road. You need to show some emotion. You need to play with some emotion. It was a stagnant first half across the board for the guys in blue. But Huff now trying to make his presence felt. A beautiful pass by Nemhard and a great read. But Huff putting himself in position and providing a spark. And Graham Ike's on the bench with 4 personal fouls. He's the guy you've been leaning on. And now all of a sudden you're looking at Huff saying, okay, can you step up and help your team? He's got 12.
Tie game with 12 minutes to go. He has stepped up big time. Carlos Marshall back in for Santa Clara. Marshall for 3. Short. Watson and Nemhard both were there for the rebound.
Oh, that should have been a foul actually on Anton Watson, just running straight through the screen.
Gonzaga has not led since 12 minutes in the first half. Now they lead. Another basket for Huff.
What a big night for Huff.
Huge.
And he's had some big games, but maybe not in a more important setting when his team needed it most.
Tilly challenged. He'll go to the free throw line. But amazingly, on the night that Steve Nash has come back to watch his alma mater, Santa Clara, play for the first time in about 2 decades, we've seen some good passing, Steve Nash style in this one.
Yeah, have vision, have awareness, move without the ball. Good things can happen for you. Santa Clara's had some good moments, but right now, they're trying to figure out how to stop number 34. He's kind of taken over the game as of late.
Here's where legends are born. And every match is a spectacle. Celebration like no other. For the love of football. For the love of La Liga.
Sean Farnham back here in Santa Clara, and Sean, it's in your contract. When we have a jam-packed January promo, you do it.
Oh, it starts with the NHL on Saturday, 1 Eastern on ABC, ESPN Plus, Rangers, Caps, a little soccer for you, the Spanish Supercopa final, Sunday on ABC, ESPN Deportes, and ESPN Plus, and of course, it's a wild card Monday, Super Wild Card Weekend inside the NFL, Eagles, Bucks, Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern time, and then Josh Strickland, UFC 297 middleweight championship on the line next Saturday, 10 Eastern time on ESPN+.
That's why you have to do it when it comes up. You just have to.
You know what I have to do too is give Braden Huff some more love. Yeah, I mean, you're talking about what he's done here in the second half. Dave, he was 2 of 4 shooting in the first half. He is 6 of 8, and this current run has been a large part of him. 9 of his 14 points have come here in the second half. What a response, what an effort out of 34 and blue.
And I love what you said. Bring some emotion yourself. I mean, he has played hard, and he's been feisty.
The game of basketball has to be played with passion, has to be played with emotion. And this Gonzaga team at times is very flat.
Yeah.
And they get along and they like each other and they compete and they want to be great. But you need that little edge. And that edge comes with somebody that's screams and lets out in motion after a big bucket like Huff did a couple possessions ago. And all of a sudden everybody else like, yeah, man, I'm with you. Let's go. And when you're on the road in a difficult game where you've been struggling, you need that. You have to have that.
Tied once again. Nemhard three. Good!
Just the second three-pointer made of the night. 2 of 15 from deep. But a big one.
15. And they're up by 3. Bad pass. Tough pass. Knocked away by Greg. Cameron Tongue just gave it up. Now Nemhard on the move. And Tilly, that wasn't going in.
That ball had no chance of going in, and you just gifted 2 points to the Gonzaga Bulldogs.
Now that was a gift.
But after everything the Zags have gone through, watch this as this shot goes up. I mean, this one has no chance of going in.
None. Easy call. 3. No. Rebound. Watson had to go off his hands out of bounds. This is the biggest Gonzaga lead.
So what's flipped? How has this happened? How about one offensive rebound so far in the first 10 minutes or first 9 minutes of the second half versus the 9 offensive rebounds they had in the first half? Gonzaga has fought harder on the glass.
A lot harder.
That's helped their defense. That's helped them limit them to 1 possession. And then it's allowed them to also run off of those missed shots and try to attack in transition and find advantages in individual matchups.
Ball, little shot fake, got free, high arcing 3! A beautiful 3 from Ball. Ben Greg's helped on the rebounding front in the second half, but he's had a quiet night overall. Setting a screen here for Nemhard. We'll kick it back to Greg. And then he loses it. Greg's got back on defense. O'Neal 3. No. Rebound Watson.
Great job by Anton Watson sealing on the inside, gathering that rebound. The rebound margin starting to thin for Santa Clara.
Nemhard kind of leaning away, no good. Nice look, cross court, Tilly to Marshall, and he airballed it.
Hey, just a beautiful pass over the top. One that Marshall has got to at least put on iron. You look at his percentages over the course of the year. Very good three-point shooter.
And it does tell you, they said to us he's been under the weather. He has not looked like himself tonight. But that was a great pass and an open look. Zags ball up to almost a turnover. Watson saved it. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Ryan Nemhard down the lane into the corner. Watson 3. Well short. O'Neal on the attack. Marshall right into a double team, tried to pass out of it, turned it over.
Man, he might need to take him out of the game. I mean, that's an air ball and then a very costly turnover in a moment where you dribble in too deep. And you just toss it up in a two-point game.
Totally out of sorts, Carlos Marshall. Nice look up, shot fake. Heaves up a 3, way too strong. Outlet to O'Neal, swatted by Huff, who hustled back on defense. Nice job by him. Santa Clara does keep it. Marshall, another bad pass. Huff on the floor. He's playing hard. Jump ball. Arrow favors Gonzaga. Huff maybe has never played this hard.
Well, and this important minutes too. I mean, on the road, team trying to find a way to just scratch one out. You miss a shot, does it matter? No. You get back and you defend, and you make a positive team play for your team. You just got them a possession.
Live sports.
While I work full-time.
Greater the challenge.
Gonzaga was getting outworked, out-hustled, outplayed in the first half. Braden Huff, the redshirt freshman big man, Sean, looked like he took it personally.
Yeah, Anton Watson was like, guys, anybody who wants to come with me on this journey tonight, and Braden Huff has been the guy. He's going to take a break, and he deserves a little bit of a break. He deserves some high fives. He deserves some pats on the back because he has played so well here tonight. 14 points, 4 rebounds, 2 block shots. He's drawn 3 fouls. He's been very efficient. And just the energy and the emotion in which he's played with, I think sparked Gonzaga on this entire run to come back and take the lead.
Yeah, his team badly needed it. And now he's on the bench. EK back in with 4 fouls, under 8 minutes to go. Anton Watson, who's carried Gonzaga offensively, elevates. No. Rebound, Broncos. Ball pulls up, scores. How fluid is that?
I mean, that's a pro move right there. In transition, 6'7", get to your spot in the paint, elevate with great touch.
Kid who played in high school against Victor Wembanyama. Started his career in Arizona, now here at Santa Clara. That's a foul against the Santa Clara big man. Afaro can't believe it.
Just watching transition, a little hesitation, get to your spot right at the logo. Little floater game action. You get to the logo and you have a good floater game, you can score a lot of points.
Yeah, how do you stop that? EK. That's good defense. Watson there, though, for the putback. O'Neal, left hand, scores.
Does a great job taking from the perimeter. I'm actually kind of surprised they didn't go inside and try to attack EK and get him out of the game, but really realistically with the way Braden Huff has played, you might want EK in the game a little bit longer.
Well, I mean, here, that wasn't on EK, but just not a great entry pass, and it's a turnover. They have looked more disjointed with EK on the floor than when Huff's been out there.
And there's nights that are like that. Look, EK's had plenty of quick games as of late.
The drive and no finish, but the ball knocked away. Santa Clara comes up with it. Ball was aggressively calling for it. Trying to enter it down low. They do, and get the basket on EK.
A good pass, and EK's going to have to give up space. Right now, Braden Huff's coming right back in the game because he's giving up space. He can't be aggressive and foul out.
Tough way to play. Nemhard from the elbow. Got the basket.
Simple and clean.
Tied again.
I love the throwback uniforms, by the way. I love the Broncos throwback uniforms. I love the Zags throwback uniforms they wore the other night.
They were awesome. What a crossover move. 3, no good. Tapper got open, just missed the shot. Now the Zags can go back ahead. Nemhard wants to attack Dapper. 3. Way off to the side. He's been shooting the ball so well lately. Not tonight. Ball trying to no-look pass.
That's just careless. One hand gets deflected and gives the possession right back to Gonzaga.
Hickman down the lane. Nolan Hickman draws a foul. Couldn't quite finish. Almost had a chance for a 3-point play.
We touched on this last night. You and I had the Colorado-Cal game, in which Colorado was up by 20.
Really great game, by the way.
And then Jalen Tyson took over in the second half. Jalen Cone hit a couple of threes, and a 14-point deficit was erased real quick. And Cal kind of took momentum on their home floor. This is kind of had the opposite side of it, where the road team in the second half have started to take some of that momentum away from the home team. And that's where, when you haven't had success against an opponent, and look, it's not this team, but it's against this opponent and these two universities. It's been all Zags for a long time.
Everybody knows about it.
Breathe. Value them all that much more. Every pass has got to be 2 hands, and it's got to be crisp. can't have turnovers, can't have empty possessions. Because what happens is Gonzaga's experience, and there's guys on this team that do have experience, like Nolan Hickman. Get to the free throw line, they're making it on the road. Why? Because they've been in this environment their entire career, every road game they play in the West Coast Conference.
That's a big 5 minutes. I know it's early in conference play for lots of reasons. Ball, pull-up three, no good off the iron. Ike defensive board. Uses the Ike screen, lobs it up for him, tried to dunk it home. Couldn't do it, but he'll go to the free throw line. Nice little two-man game.
Really good two-man game, and a good job trying to free Ike up to make an impact here. So you've got to be careful even on ball screens that the point guard's got to make sure the big is set to utilize that screen properly. You don't want him to pick up an illegal screen. He sets a nice one. The defense has to help over ever so slightly. And as Tilly vacates that back spot, Ike can go up.
Ike's had a quiet game. A lot of that has been because of the foul trouble. Just 5 points down, but made that first free throw.
Zag 7 of 7 from the free throw line here in the second half.
Ike couldn't get the roll. Watson, though, trying to rip it away on the floor. And a dog pile, they'll say jump ball. And the arrow favors Santa Clara. Great effort by Anton Watson. It was one versus the team.
And that one was able to really gain possession of it. Everybody else just kind of jumped on him afterwards.
Santa Clara got lucky. Herb Sendek's team down 3 with the ball, 4.5 to go.
So many wild finishes we've seen this week in college basketball. Are we in store for another one here?
Hope so. Extra pass in the corner, 3, good! Tie game.
Excellent ball movement. And just overloading the defense and giving up clean, wide open threes. Every time it seems like the Zags have taken a little bit of a lead and took the energy out of the building, Santa Clara hits a 3 and the students get right back into it. We're tied with 4 minutes left. Let's go.
PGA Tour Live. Every tournament starts on ESPN+.
All right, well, we're finished. Sports Center coming up next. Nicole and Max getting ready. Lots of sports news all week long. Bill Belichick moving on. Reese Davis's exclusive sit-down with Nick Saban. Can't miss that. All kinds of action in the NBA. That and much more right here after we're finished on ESPN and the ESPN app.
Nicole and Max love close games. I know that. I talk to both of them every time I go back to Bristol. I'll be back at Bristol tomorrow. Nicole and Max is sitting in the studio right now, getting ready, and they're going, you know what, Farnham? We love close games. Show us the close games in the 20-game win streak the Zags had. Take it away, Dave.
Yeah, 26 games in a row. Zags have beaten Santa Clara. Only a few times has it come down to the wire. It's been a while. Last year, Santa Clara in the first half actually led Gonzaga here in this building by, what, 15?
Yep.
Zags ended up coming from behind and winning. They led by 13 tonight in the first half. Steve Nash is here for the first time in forever. Everybody's wearing the number 11 Broncos jerseys. Gonzaga's streak of being ranked in the top 25 is on the line. 4:13 to go. You think Nicole and Max are thinking, hey, triple overtime. Take it as deep as you want.
They love late nights in Bristol, trust me. There's nothing more than they love sitting in the studio until like 1 o'clock Eastern time. Just to get started.
Anton Watson out of the timeout. Another basket for Watson. He's got 30.
I do not understand why they don't take the ball out of his hands. And I do not understand why they have not doubled him and try to give him a different look.
Tilly, nice. Move to the basket. Great pass, and he finished. Here comes Watson again. Watson lost it going up. It's a turnover. Ball. 1-on-3. Ball. No. Tip. No. And they're going to say, count the basket. Basket interference.
Now they're going to go look at it, though. Mark Hughes like, what are you talking about? They're like, all right, we're going to take a look at it.
So for now, they've said, count that basket.
Tell you what, a little bit wild on the first shot attempt. I don't know if Graham Ike
pulling the net.
They're calling it from behind. I don't know if the ball was over the rim on this touch. Watch, then it gets deflected right there, and then he pulls on the net. Watch on the attempt right here. I think this is what I'm looking at. Is the ball is already going towards the basket, so when it's deflected there, is it over the top of the cylinder? And from the angle in which we have, we don't really have a good angle.
Gonzaga, meanwhile, is going to call a timeout.
And so they determined no basket interference. And then it goes to the possession arrow. Now that's a pretty big deal because that means the possession arrow now goes back to Santa Clara. So while Gonzaga gets this possession, remember that late in the game if we have a jump ball situation.
Oh, and Hickman couldn't finish. Watson there again. Watson had it knocked away. Loose ball. Watson diving for it. And it's knocked off of Ike out of bounds.
How about the hustle from both teams?
Yeah.
I mean, Anton Watson is giving every ounce of energy he has to his team right now. But every time he goes for one of those loose balls, Santa Clara players are swarming. And does this loose ball count the number of bodies that hit the floor? I mean, this is conference play. This is when everything starts to intensify and you're trying to build momentum, you're trying to make a statement. Santa Clara knows that a win here tonight is a statement win for their program. They haven't done it in a really long period of time.
For them, way too long. January 20th, 2011. The last time Santa Clara beat Gonzaga. Ball came up short. Watson another rebound. So it stays tied with 3 minutes to go. Braden Huff, by the way, back in the game. He's been a big-time difference maker for Gonzaga. Emmer, crossover.
And Anton Watson taking a little bit of break on this possession. He's not left the corner.
Craig's three, no good. And there's Watson. Took a break to get the energy to do that. And he scores!
I mean, he literally stood in the corner, hands on his shorts almost the entire possession. Shot goes up and goes, wait, I can go grab a rebound and help my team. Ties his career high with 32.
32 points for Anton Watson, 14 of 18 from the field. Now trying to guard Tilly. Making his way to the basket. The big man with the left hand, no. Forced a tough shot.
Anton Watson walking up with him. Hey, how much more can he give in the final 2 minutes of this game?
Two guys for Gonzaga have emptied the tank tonight when they've been on the floor. Emmer back to Huff. Three. That one no good. Rebound. Hickman almost got it. Instead, Santa Clara ball down two. O'Neal will shoot the three.
No way.
That one was well off.
Russell, as soon as that left his fingertips, that had no chance.
So now Gonzaga wants to be patient here with the ball. Up two.
They set the on-ball screen. Huff will come back and set the screen here.
Nembhard behind the back dribble. Got it! What a shot from Ryan Nembhard. Zags up 4, 1 minute to go. Timeout Santa Clara. Nembhard's had a big second half.
He has. And he's got 21, 4, and 5. And just understanding poise and patience. Here comes the screen. Can you create a gap? Yep, just dribble behind your back, stop on a dime, defense slides out a little bit, creates space and allows you to elevate up over the top. A good read by a guard tonight who's played well. I mean, Nembhard has made some good passes throughout the course of the game that maybe we haven't focused on enough because of what we've seen from Anton Watson, but because of what we've seen from Braden Huff.
Yeah, we didn't mean to leave Ryan Nembhard out because you're right. He's been huge. 15 in the second half for him. 21 overall. Gonzaga's streak 143 straight weeks. By far the longest in the country. That's on the line. Clara trying to get their first win against Gonzaga since January of 2011. 26 straight Gonzaga wins against the Broncos.
Have to get something on this possession.
Yeah.
You know, you have to get something. And to me, I think I want Adama out the ball, and I want him driving towards the basket. I'd set an on-ball screen and tell him, let's attack and let's try to get a piece of the paint here. If they collapse, that's where you can find your three-point shooters, and that's where they've had success with the three-point shot.
Inbounding the ball. Here's Ball. He wants somebody to come up and set a screen for him. Didn't really use it. Goes down the lane. Great pass for the dome.
Get a piece of the paint and put it in the best playmaker and the best decision maker on the team's hands, and I think that was a great move. Now you got to get a stop.
And you figure the Zags want to be patient here.
And this time I engage Anton Watson in the play, if you can.
Nemhard, another pull-up shot. This one no good. Rebound Santa Clara. Shot clock is off. Broncos down 2. And another timeout. Herb said that Ball wanted to just take it.
Yes, he did. I go right back to the same action that they did on the previous possession. They space the floor, set the screen, have multiple. You have a post up on the left block, you have a diver on the right block, and then if the defense collapses in, you've got the opportunity to kick out to a shooter. A 2-point game, 22 seconds left to go. Understanding time and possession. You don't have to rush here, obviously, but you do have to go with purpose. And then if you miss, you've got to foul right away. You've got to know who you want to foul right away.
Possession arrow, as you pointed out a few minutes ago, does favor Santa Clara in case we get another one of those scrums. But Adama Alpha Ball, the transfer from Arizona, who can create on his own. That was the play they used to cut the lead down to 2. We'll see what Herb Sendek draws up here.
Wouldn't be surprised if you try to show a little bit and force the ball out of his hands. Nolan Hickman will guard. Adama out the ball on the inbounds at least.
Ball takes it in. Here comes Tilly with that screen. Ball against Ike. Ball goes by. Ike swats it away, but they'll call the foul.
And that's 5.
5th foul against Ike. It'll put Ball to the line with a chance to tie it. And he's arguing all ball.
From our vantage point, it looked like it was all ball, to be honest with you, Dave. I think it got a little bit of that wrist.
Yeah. Almost on the follow-through. Got a lot of ball, and then the follow-through chopped down on the wrist and the arm.
Yeah, I mean, that's a foul.
It is. So the 5th, Mark Few's going to use it as sort of a half-time out.
There's been no free throws attempted tonight by Adama Alpha Ball. 88% on the season from the free throw line, but has not stepped up and been there tonight. And in a big moment, obviously here, no bigger moment that you can be placed in.
I mean, you would say these are the most pressure-filled free throws that he's taken in his college career.
There's no question. And regardless of what happens here, it makes both. You've got 14 seconds, you got to get a stop. I would assume that Mark Few would call a timeout once it crosses the half-court line to set up whatever play he's going to. And what we've seen recently is Nemhard in an on-ball screen. It'd be Huff setting the screen.
All right, first one for Ball is no good. One of the best free throw shooters in the country, and he missed it. So that changes everything now. Ball's got to try to make this one.
But make this one, and then you got to foul. You got to extend out pressure, try to see if you get a turnover quick on the inbounds, get a deflection, something like that. Outside of that, then you got to foul.
Zags still lead by 2, and they're not allowing O'Neal to sub in.
And no time went off the clock.
Yeah, so you got to wait. Second one is good. 1-point game. Homer comes in for Gray, for Huff, rather.
Huff, not a great free throw shooter, just 44% on the season. So you take Huff out. Now you got to try to create a turnover, and Herb Sendek wants to take a timeout.
Yeah, his players didn't look totally organized in terms of setting up the defense and the pressure.
You got to understand how you want to press, where you want. You want them catching the ball, preferably towards the corner if you can. If you're Herb Sendek, right? You want to force them catch the ball. Can you get a trap? Can you get a deflection right away? If not, you've got to foul right away. You're down by one. I think you want to elongate this game as much as you possibly can.
I mean, this is where the experience of Herb Sendek, who's been around college hoops forever. He has had so many, and so has Mark Few for that matter. Both these coaches. You got young players who maybe some of them haven't been in a game like this, a situation like this, trying to talk them through it, coach them through it.
Twofold. One is you hope you've gone through this at practice. You hope you have a clear understanding of exactly how you want to execute and what you want to do. If you're Gonzaga, this is how we're going to get the ball in bounds. This is who we want to get the ball in bounds to. You anticipate the foul, be strong with it. They're going to come after you. From Santa Clara's perspective, all right, hey, we're down 14.3. Have you been in these situations at practice? I think these are the most valuable, when you've been in these situations at practice, to carry over impact. But you do want to make sure you're well organized. You want to make sure that you're exactly where you want to be. And for Santa Clara, that was their final timeout. So even if they get the stop, they have no timeout to take as they get to the offensive end. So not only are you talking about defensively what you want to do, but once you get the ball back, here's how we want to attack. And these are our options depending upon what the score is.
That was the last Santa Clara timeout. Zags still have one. Up one. Anton Watson, the inbound passer. See if Nemhard can get it. He does. And they foul it quickly. But that's a guy that Gonzaga will be very happy to have at the free throw line.
He is 2 for 2 tonight from the free throw line. Came into the game at 84% from the free throw line.
And he has been in situations like this. Huge second half. First one no good. He missed the front end. Santa Clara can win it with a basket. Ball drives. Ball good with the foul.
Missed free throws matter in late game situations. Nemhard, as you mentioned, he's been there. He's been a great free throw shooter all season long. He misses. And what I love most about Santa Clara is there was absolutely no hesitation. Adama Alpha Ball was going to take this ball the length of the floor, whether Gonzaga tried to stop him or not. And Hickson tried to pick him up. A little hesitation, inside-out dribble. Gets underneath him as he goes up for the shot and the finish. He slides back. You see the way he slides into him as he leaves the floor. But the ability to square the shoulders and finish. And I think right now, there's a couple of things. Look at pandemonium here. These students want it. What a special environment. What a special night it has been.
You and I could be in trouble here in 4.6 seconds.
I hope so. I like being in trouble with you, Dave.
Steve Nash here for the first time in forever. Seeing it classic.
Here's the key, though.
Gonzaga used a timeout, by the way.
That's fine. But make or miss here, it's a 2-point game. It's 1 or 2-point game, right? So if you make it, it's a 2-point game. 4.6 gives you about 4 dribbles.
Plenty of time to get a good look.
No question. And so if you think because you make that shot that you won this game, Gonzaga's going to find a way to score at the other end of the floor right now.
Ball will get the free throw after the disappointment of missing 1 of 2 with a chance to tie a moment ago. An incredible bucket. And a chance to complete the 3-point play. The Zags' long streaks are in trouble tonight. Mark Few knows it.
On the main free throw, they're going to sub at the table, allow them to set up their defense.
Ball didn't make it. Watson. 2 seconds. Watson had nowhere to go with the ball. He threw it away. "13 years of frustration."